Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. Good morning. I'm back. Good morning, good morning. Getting notifications on my phone. Your package is out for delivery. I ordered some forks. The good kind. But for now, I'm back. We're back in Judith Plains, Montana. So yeah, I've got a delivery coming. As soon as that comes, I will probably need to step away for a second to go pick that up after it's delivered. So I ordered some forks. You know, the plastic forks. I use those and the plastic spoons. I didn't need any spoons though, but I ordered some plastic forks. Took a box of those to work and had to order some more for here. Cause that's what I use. I use that. Got a 600, what is it? 600 count Members Mark Sam's Club box of forks coming in the, it's actually coming, it's not coming by mail, it's coming by FedEx, so. But I am a Plus member, so if your total is over, what is it, $50, shipping is free, so I don't even have to leave my house. So, yay! Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Twitchy. How's it going? Doing good, doing good. So today, we're gonna start work on, I think, the big forest area up here today. And then we might get into doing some of the alfalfa stuff and clover stuff. We've got a ton of fields out there that are pretty much ready to go, to be cut and then take the product to the harvester silo. So yeah, we're gonna start up here at the big forest. We're up here at the big forest, just on the perimeter of it, the outskirts of it. And today, what we're doing, we're looking for the best trees. We're looking for the silver swans. We're looking for the diamond ducks. We're looking for the platinum penguins. We're looking for, and maybe, even perhaps, maybe, the golden goose of trees. So we're going to go after the big trees. This is a good one here. We're going to go go through the entire forest area and just see what we can find. I'm only going to cut the big ones because I've already got 2 Brux chippers full that are on the deer tractor. I've got the New Holland in the case here with 2 Brux on them as well, each. So we're going to go into the woods here and see what we can find. I'm just going to kind of go inside and start from the middle. All right. I think start right here at this intersection. This probably would be a good spot. Alright, we'll shut that off. And then what I'm doing is just looking for the select trees. And there might not be too many of them. I think those are some good ones there. I'm just going to take a look around here and see if I can find any. These are good. I have a feeling there's not too many of the golden goose trees out here. Maybe out in the middle. Sometimes they tend to be out in the middle of the forest. Good morning, Fuzzy. How's it going? We just gotta watch out for that Sasquatch. He's wandering around these parts. I don't see any golden gooses. I see some good trees though. These I think are pretty good. And I know these type like this, so I'm not seeing too many of the other ones though. Oh, got a little opening out here. A little clearing. This is where the mothership lands. No, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, well, there's a road through here. Maybe that's why it's clear. Just looking. We've got those. Oh, there's one of these. That's a good one there. Not the golden goose, but it's the next one down from the golden goose. That one there. Alright, probably just go through and start cutting some of these ones that I know are really good trees. There's another one. Isn't it? No. So, maybe it is. You know what I think that is? If it looks like that and it's kind of smaller, it's not one. If it looks like that, that might not be one. That might be one of the smaller ones. I think it is one of the smaller ones. Gotta be big. I may just go through and start clear cutting too. May just have to do it. I have a feeling these are worth a lot. Just by the looks of them and the size of them. I know these are good. Alright, so let's just do it. You know what the next problem is? Where did I leave the tractor? Gotta find the road. Oh, there it is, right there. Alright, so I'm just gonna start, I guess, out here in the center. This road right here, there's a road, but it's not like exactly lined up on the map. So it does loop around. I'm guessing that's the loop. So there's the tractor. The road actually goes out in front of the tractor right through there, and then it goes around, but... break out the old chainsaw. Man, I'm only after the big ones for right now. We'll come back, I think, and... I think this is a big one here. We'll come back and clear out the smaller ones. And you know what? Let me turn that on, because I would rather see the red circle. That's the definite no cut, and then it's better to differentiate between the green circle and the red circle than it is the green circle and the light yellow circle. The longer it takes to cut through it, the more you're going to get out of it. Timber! Got some decent ones out here. This one, you know, is a good one judging by the amount of time it takes to cut it. just takes so long to cut it. And it never falls the way you cut it. We got the oats harvested. We got some of the clover and some of the alfalfa cut. I'm trying to remember what's the next thing to be harvested coming up. Yeah, this is a big one here. Looks like his old steel chainsaw's struggling a little bit. Honestly, it sounds like those old remote control cars we used to have back in the 80s. Oh no, and it's not going to fall over, is it? That's no good. Go. Blue 42! Blue 42! Hey! Good thing I ate my Wheaties this morning. Let's see, did I cut this one? Nope. Just glad you don't have to use a two-man back saw, yeah? Yep, I saw a documentary on the old logging operations they had out in the western part of the United States, and they showed it was kind of interesting to see how they used to do it. Yeah, they used to float the logs down the river, and they actually built really low-end railways through the woods out there to move logs and stuff. And it's amazing to see because they didn't have any equipment. You know, they didn't have big equipment like we do nowadays. So they did it all by, you know, hand saws and horses and stuff like that. I'm gonna get lost out here in these woods, y'all know that, right? Yeah, I think this is where the road comes up over here. But I could be wrong. I may already be lost. Thought the road was over here. Seen a lot of these trees. Those are good trees. Well, there's the other tractor, so I know where I'm at now. Where's the road that comes up that way? Gotta be back this way. Right? It's gotta be over here. Why am I not hitting the road? Where's the road? There should be a road. Am I even going in the right direction? Well, I'm going that way. Yeah, I should have already crossed that road. See, it doesn't match up with the map. The road doesn't match up with the map here. So that loops around that way. Where is this road at? Let me make a right turn. See if I can find that road. We can put the chainsaw away. Yeah, I might just have to come through out here and just start clear cutting. There should be a road right here. This is not a road, this is a field. See, I should have crossed the road right there. But there is no road back behind me. Here's the road. This is the road we were on just a while ago. So if I go down this road, I should run into my red tractor. And there she is. So, yep, I'm just gonna start clear cutting up here. I think I am gonna start on the center part. Try to fill them all in the same direction. That way I can just come in with the Brooks chipper and pick them right up. And I'll worry about the stumps later on. Kind of what I did down south. I did finish those two areas. Matter of fact, we'll go down there and look at them. Tabbed this tractor right here. So you can kind of see where I went through. I grabbed our 8RX and plowed kind of a borderline down there. This is not final yet, and it may change. But I was able to plow out quite a bit of that. Actually, it might be better just to take a cruise here. So you can kind of see. I really don't have to take a cruise. You can see where the trees were. Got all the trees cleared out of this lot. This is just to the west of our open lot that we plowed up. So we'll plow all this up and then kind of incorporate this into this field. Again, thinking about putting a bridge on the river down, kind of down there, right about where the road kind of corners right there, and then coming down somewhere over there and putting a bridge across. I even thought about putting the bridge over here where the elevation was higher, so may do that too. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. I'll have to come in and look at the where we sit at here. So we did that. We've got all the trees over here. I'm going to come in and plow the line. You can kind of see where it kind of curves around here. I'll probably go out into the grass a little bit with it, but we'll be able to expand field 6 down here all the way out here. Got all the stumps out, so we should be good to go as far as getting this plowed up. I'm holding off on doing it until we can harvest the rice and stuff out of here, and until we harvest the corn back over on the other side, because we do have long grain rice over here. Wonder when is that going to be ready to harvest? Check and see. I can't remember. The crop calendar is different here, so it's not the same as it was on the in-game maps. So long grain rice looks like it'll be ready to harvest in September. And regular rice, it will be ready, according to that, it's ready in August. So we'll go another day probably and go ahead and hit that. The sorghum looks like it might be ready. It should be dark green, no? When we look at it on the growth. Yeah, it is. So there's the regular rice. There's the sorghum. It is in the dark green. That's clover right there. There's the sorghum that we planted up here, and then we bought 2 fields there. Well, wait. We planted that one in sorghum, planted that one in sorghum, and then we bought that one in sorghum. And these are not sorghum. I don't know what those are, but they're not, yeah, they're not in sorghum. So the sorghum and the rice will be ready in August. We got to remember that. Don't want to forget about those. All right, let's go back to the red tractor. All right. May just work on just the outside edge for right now. Just fill them out through here and just come in a single line and get them. That's kind of what I did down there, down south. I just went around the border of the woods and just cut the trees. I think it's quicker. It's more efficient to do it that way, maybe. Because I can just come straight in and not have to have them all piled up. Got a lot of small ones out here on the outside. Now this should loop around this road. As long as I kind of stick to the road here, this should loop around where we're going. big one. Another one kind of back here behind it too. Wish there were more golden gooses out here. I forget the actual name of the tree. Cannot remember the name of it. I remember back in Farming Simulator 15 when the oak trees were the best trees. Well, I say that. The oak trees were good, and I think maybe the poplar trees. We had some trees that were poplar. They were not the little poplar trees. They were like the bigger ones. So like the ones, if you remember, if you played 15 back on Westbridge Hills, they lined the road that went from the shop to the biogas up on top of the hill. Those were the big poplar trees. And they were worth a lot of money. I remember moving those. I would cut those on both Westbridge Hills and Bjornholm. And you could take those down to the sawmill and get quite a bit of money for them. Especially in the beginning. Then they turned it down a little bit. They turned down the payout for trees on 15 after a while. But they were still worth a lot. Still good money. There's money in poplars. You know what I haven't done? I haven't opened my morning coffee here yet. Go ahead and do that. Right. It's my tackling fuel. Or my wood cutting fuel. Tree cutting fuel. Full? Tree cutting fuel. Yeah, I'm a tree cutting fuel. Alright, that's for sure. Tree cutting fuel. Say that 5 times fast. Oh, save. Am I still on the thing? There's the red circle. I was like, wait a minute, that's a yellow circle. I think it took a second to catch up. Run, fall over. Go. Ooh. That one almost fell on my head. Probably should put my tree cutting garb on. Want to get too far away from the road here. Am I looping back around yet? No, I'm not even halfway there. Well, maybe I'm halfway there. I've been around this way. Wish the roads would line up a little better on the map. That is what it is. And we're getting close to having 100 episodes of Judith Plains in the Judith Plains playlist that we've got on YouTube. A lot of the streams and a lot of the exclusive YouTube videos went in over there. So we're approaching episode 100. A lot of hours here on this map. We started this back at, what, the beginning of June? Still got a ways to go on it. I said from the get-go that we would be here for a while. Kind of that way. These bushes are all around some of the trees, so can't get rid of the bushes until you cut the tree. Otherwise, you end up getting rid of the tree. You should be seeing that tractor at some point here. Oh, that might be it right down there. I'm getting close. Yep, that's it right down there. Woohoo! I've already cut that one, so as soon as I cut this one, I'm going to have to run. Get out of the way. Ah! Alright, let's go vacuum up some trees. Already got a little bit in this front chipper. This is from finishing up that area down in the southwest part there. Well, sometimes you can just hit a limb. There you go. And get the whole thing. So that got us up to 79%. I think we started, what, around 50 something, 60 something? Not too shabby. Okay, we'll shut that off, and I think I'm gonna go around. We kind of ran around this center part here. I'm gonna go around this part over here. Just around the edge, kind of like I did before. Yo, AC Gaming, how's it going? Alright, these little bushes like this, these I've just been getting rid of. Turn that in there until we get the little red circle like that. These are not worth anything. I mean, it's best just to go ahead and get rid of them. And plus their stumps are really difficult to get out sometimes, so... Morning, Sean. How's it going? I think this is one of those bushes. Morning, Tomcat. Is it Lumberjack Sim today? Kinda. Just cutting a few trees. Probably gonna get into, probably harvesting some rice. Here in just a bit. Rice and, sorghum. We got some sorghum we gotta cut. Just getting started on the big forest area. Just trying to cut away a little bit off of the edges of the road that comes up in here. Oh yeah, that's right. A lot of college football starts today. I'll probably watch some around lunchtime or this afternoon. Oh, that's not my tractor. Where'd my tractor go? Oh, there it is. Yep. Through the trees. Up yonder. You're at. full. Morning, Adam. Going good, going good. About to go move some grain around and probably cut some rice. And some sorghum. Alright, so I'm going to park this here, and I'll come back and work on this later on. Alright, let's go move some crop around. I got to find our truck, though. It's out there somewhere. Probably going to sell this rig setup right here. This planter, I talked about it in the last video, if you didn't see the YouTube video. This it misses a little bit. So when you look at this field, and it seems to be just with that planter, doesn't matter what corner or what side you hire it out on, it misses like a corner of the field. I don't know why. It's very, very strange. So I got to offload these combines here. These have the oats in them. Gotta find my truck. A truck will do. There's one. This one's kind of close. Morning, Crazy. How's it going? Alright, let's go sleep. This will be the first time I've slept down here at the Copper's Creek farm. I did notice that I think there's one of those trees back here on the back side of this farm. It's not that one. Where did I see that at? I saw it somewhere. Ah. Bet that's it right there. Yeah, this is the golden goose of trees right here. That's the one you're after. What kind is that again? I can't pronounce that. If you guys can pronounce that. Northern Capolar something. That's the golden goose right there. If you ever see that tree and you want to do chips with it or lumber with it or take it to the sawmill and take it to the carpentry or anything like that, that's the golden goose tree right there. We'll come back for that one at some point in the future, I'm sure. So let's see. What do we want to go to? We want to go to August 1st, which is the next day. There's nothing ready to harvest right now other than clover and alfalfa and grass. Nope, that's about it right now. So the rice will be ready and the sorghum will be ready. I'm going to go ahead and get us into August and we'll get our rice going. Let's go to, see, it's going to be August, so let's go to 7 and then we can always go further if we need to. Don't want it to be too dark though. Hopefully it won't be raining either. Alright, looks plenty bright to me. So we are in August. The rice should be ready. Oh, it just turned. Did you see it go from green to that? If we catch it on the map, you might be able to see it. Nope. It's actually quicker now. Yeah, you can't really see it. So it still goes from north to south, but they have made an improvement, so it goes a whole lot faster now when changing over. Yeah, see if you go to 3 headlands, it turns right in the middle of the field, so looks like if you do 2, it stays straight. So let's do that. Alright, we are harvesting rice. Oh, it does put down, I guess, is that regular straw? There's not a, is there a rice straw? I don't know, is there? Well, we'll go ahead and drop it. Now I need to go get the grain cart. Somewhere out there. Here it is. Need to put in a little road, a little bit of gravel back here and put a road back in behind this. Just to have another access to the road. And a little field access too, a little bit. Massive soybean field. This has got to be the biggest field on the map now. Currently. Don't know how the fields down south are going to pan out, but at the moment, this one I think is the biggest. How many combines do you own? Currently, we have 2. Maybe in the market for a couple more somewhere soon down the line. Just been waiting for money to pan out and really for the certain ones that we want to go on sale. No, we're not on 1-day months. We've kind of always been on 3-day months. Don't hit sign. Goes up at a sharper embankment than I thought it did. Pull off to the side up here. Alright, we'll wait for the combine to get back around to us here. I don't want to go walk around this forest over here. See if there's any bigger trees on the outside. There are some big ones out here. Haven't seen any of the rare ones though. Nope, not seeing any of the larger rare ones anywhere. At least not on the outside edge. There are some big ones in here. These trees actually kind of remind me of the tall pines that we had back over at the farms of Madison County. Look how big around these are. Here, it's probably gonna take a minute for that combine to come around. Yeah, let me go ahead and go empty the truck over here. And I'll come back and get that last load of oats. I think I'm gonna try to take these down to the brown farm. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, is the barley ready too? Yeah, the barley's ready too. So I may, since that combine is right there, I may come back and get that load of oats out of it and then get him started on the barley there. And then move him over to sorghum. Oh, the wheat's ready too. We planted wheat too. And we got a lot to harvest. So we got wheat, we got barley, we got sorghum and rice to harvest. Is anything else ready? Let me double check that we own. So I did wheat down here. The sorghum's ready. The clover and all that's been ready. I can actually get the MacDon going on those. Alright, let me go empty this truck, come back, empty that combine, and then we'll get it started on barley. Actually, I'm probably going to bring, I think I've got some barley. I want to say I don't know, I might have some barley down there at the brown farm. I may bring that back up and put it in this farm up here. Because I'm going to try to separate the crops. So the red farm and the blue farm, obviously we want to do the beans up there. This farm over here, next to the beer factory and the whiskey factory, we want to do the corn and barley. I think the rice would go good at Copper's Creek Farm. And then do the wheat and oats down at the brown farm. Then maybe the sorghum down there too. Depends on where it'll all fit. And how much we got. Yep. Wheat everywhere. We planted wheat all down here. Then we got the corn over there. Gotta get that wheat. Yes, this is a 4X map. Judith Plains, Montana by DJ Modding. I did end up merging these two fields together here. So the little field merged in with that one now. I'm not going to merge that grass field over there with these. Not that I'm not going to cut it and plow it up, but... Or that I'm not going to cut it and plow it up. But this is a shared road, so it's got, you got the people that live, whoever the guy is that lives in the houseboat down there, and then there's a fishing pier down there, so you don't want to cut off access to that area back there. Yeah, let's see, I'm kind of curious before I dump this in there what I've actually got in here. Looks like there's already some oat in here. There's some barley already in here. I will take the barley up north. There's already some sorghum in here. There's some wheat already in here. Boy, I don't know if we're going to have enough room for everything. We're going to find out. May have to store some more down there at the Copper Creek farm besides rice. May have to bring something else down there. Then I am gonna load up this barley here and move it up to the called Wild Prairie Farm or something. Alright, we want the barley. Say the whiskey, it takes barley, corn, dry corn, and water, and then the beer takes just barley and water. Oh, there went a sign. Too many signs on this road. You got a stop sign at each corner here. DJ loves his signs. He's got signs everywhere. Dead end private road. That's not the road I need. That's not the road I need. What am I stuck on? Oh, there's like a box there. A little electrical box. Or no, that's not an electrical box. That's a trash can. Man, that trash can must be nailed to the ground. I don't know how they empty that. Still gotta come back in here and put the corn dryer up here. Let's see, that's not wrong. Change that. How can I change that? I hit a button somewhere. Don't want the little grain door. What is the button? I'm on the trailer. Not that one. Not that one. There it is. It's right bumper and down. Apparently that changes it. Yeah, so how am I going to do this in the future? I'm going to smooth this out. Smooth this back down where I leveled it off over here. I'm going to need to turn around. Well, there's not a... I guess I could put a road in back here. Take these trees out, maybe. Put a little drive in right here. Have it come around the backside and connect right over here. Is that an exit? Might be an exit. Let's see. No, that's not an exit. But I can make it an exit. Put a road going up right here. Yep, that's probably how I'm gonna have to do that. Unless I get rid of the fence back there. Or I could smooth this out here where I did that and take the truck this way. Put a drive that connects to this road. That might be, I bet that would be simpler. And I could come in this direction or go out this direction. It'd be a lot closer than going around that other way. Come on, truck, go. You've got the power. want to see if any of this barley needs to go over anywhere over here. Yeah, the brewery could use some. Really, both of them need water. I think the whiskey factory's okay in the barley department. But definitely the beer factory. So let's take this over to Yingling. We're gonna have more, so we've got barley. No, it's doing it again. I don't know what's causing that. I don't know, it's right bumper and down on the D-pad. But I don't know what I'm hitting to cause that to change. I'm not hitting right and down on the D-pad. I'm not turning my turn signals on, that's for sure. Not turning my hazards on. Only thing I was doing was filling it up. I filled it up with more barley. I don't think that'd be doing it. Is there a category for rice straw? Is it like soybean straw or is it just straw? Let's see. There's rice. Actually, it's almost at the right time of year to sell it. Not a bad price for it. May sell a load of it. Try to get us out of the red a little bit. There's just straw. There's soybean straw. Unless it's down here. Rice flour. Rice rolls. Rice saplings. No, I don't think so. Rice oil. Can you make rice oil at the thing? It's just regular straw? Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's just regular straw. Let's go look at that. Let's go to available. Where's it at? pass it? Yep, I passed it. So, yeah, there is rice oil. You can do long grain rice oil or just rice oil. Okay. So now it's yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just regular straw. We really actually don't even need it if it's just regular straw, so I may turn it off. Alright, let me see if I can find this guy. He's out there somewhere. Beneath the pale moonlight. There he is. Alright, I'm heading in the right direction. Best part about having this farm now, the silo sits right on the edge of this big field. All I gotta do is take the grain cart over here and dump it straight in. Looking really nice outside today. Now the temperatures are supposed to be way better this coming week here. I think the highs are going to be, one day the high is going to be like 72. And then the couple other days the high is only going to be like mid 70s, like 75. And then the lows were actually, our lows are actually getting down into like the 50s, like the upper 50s. And then there's one or two nights it gets that low, and then the rest of the nights are like in the 60s. So I may have to get outside and do some things that I've been putting off, trying to avoid the hot and humidity of the deep south here. Alright, so he's going to be a minute. There's not a high yield on the rice apparently, so we'll head back over to the barley. I know it's got a pretty high yield over there. Plus, I'll need to stop him and empty him into the truck. Ready to start aerating and seeding. I kind of want to get out in my garage and get some stuff done. I need to clean my garage, and I really want to have a like a garage sale. Get rid of a bunch of stuff. Need to throw out a bunch of stuff, get rid of a bunch of stuff. Maybe go and donate some stuff. I'm gonna try having a sale though. So there will be one Saturday somewhere down the line here. I'll probably wait until we get another one of those mornings where it's like, you know, the high is like in the lower 70s or something, and try to do it then. The humidity be lower maybe. I'll put a sign out front. I've got some small stuff, not big stuff, but I've got small enough stuff where it's like, you know, it's like, what do you price it at? What do you price like a book at? What do you price, maybe say like a DVD at? Or what do you price, you know, like a, I don't know, little household item or something like that. All the stuff I'm going to put out there, I think I'm just going to put $1 on everything. It's stuff that I want to get rid of, and if I don't sell it, I'm gonna try to donate it, I guess. Like the Goodwill or something. I think you can get a, like a tax write-off too, still for that when you donate stuff like that, so. Try to sell it first though. Try to see if I can make me some, oh gosh, it's not even McDonald's money anymore because McDonald's is so expensive now. What would, maybe I need to charge $5 for, I don't know, I doubt people are going to buy like a book for $5 though. What's that? Second and Sharks? Is that pronounced Sharks? What is that? Is that like a website? Did sell some stuff on eBay back in the day, but it's so expensive to ship stuff now. And you know, majority of people don't want to pay shipping and stuff. Oh, okay. Good morning, welcome in. Wonder which ball game I'm gonna watch today. What's the date today? Today's the 23rd. Let's see. Iowa and Kansas at 11. Boise and South Florida at 4:30. Western Illinois and Illinois at 6:30. Texas and Ohio State at 11. Syracuse and Tennessee at 11. Old Dominion and Indiana at 1. Marshall and Georgia at 2:30. Alabama and Florida State at 2:30. South Dakota and Iowa at 2:30. Nevada, Penn State at 2:30. Texas A&M and UTSA at 6. LSU and Clemson at 6:30. Georgia State and Ole Miss at 6:45. And Notre Dame and Miami at 6:30. I think those are all today. They give either in-store credit or money. Getting into that time of year. Time for football, and pretty soon it'll be time for making some chili. Need to get some shredded cheese and some Fritos. And then it'll be time for soup before too long. Getting to be that time of year. My favorite time, fall time. Not so much on the very hot and humid summers or the freezing, bone-aching winters. But yeah, fall and spring I'm okay with. Fall, I think I'll take fall over spring though. Fall, it's like, you know, okay. let's calm down summer, you know, and got those nice cool crisp days and the trees changing colors and the leaves falling, and you got um, all the holidays and stuff starting up. Get into Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and get a lot of stuff with all the burr months. September, you know, October, November, December, and really enjoy the hot chocolate a lot better when in the burr months. Check on that guy. He should still be okay. Yep, he's finishing up that little bit. Then he'll probably start working from south to north there, and going back and forth. It's funny, it leaves a fert stage there. Huh. So I guess we won't have to fertilize that then. Well, other than, you know, when we go and maybe replant it or something. Or does rice grow back? I don't know. Maybe we'll wait and see. No, I think you got to replant it, don't you? I think you got to replant it. It did leave us a fertilizing state on there, though. That's interesting. This is where we've got our long grain rice down here in 6. It'll be ready in September. Like the rest of the clover and alfalfa there will be ready in September. And everything else is probably going to be October. The beans, the corn, the cotton. We got beans all up here. We've got corn all down here. Cotton in this one field down there. And some beans down there. I got to remember to cut those beans there. Don't want to forget about them. But yeah, right now we're focusing on the barley and the eventually probably the sorghum and the wheat. We've got wheat planted everywhere up here. Let's see which way he's gonna go. He should go across here. to take him on across here and empty him. And I'll hire him back out on this side. Alright. Where you going, bud? Oh, I guess maybe there was a headland there that... Probably should bring that down to 2 then, because I guess we only did 2. Let me bring that down to 2, so that it'll map that out better. Alright, so I'm going to take my first break, guys. I'll be back, and we'll get this harvest not finished. Probably not going to get finished, but we'll definitely keep rolling on it. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I am back. And YouTube, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the last few minutes of the Be Right Back screen. I meant to say goodbye to you guys before I went on my break, but I gotta take my break and I just forgot. I was thinking about the snacks. We've reached the snack hour of the stream. So YouTube, you guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all later.